Okay, so in this video I'll be unboxing the Cryorig M9i tower cooler, CPU tower cooler. If you want to know what the I stands for, the I means Intel sockets. Let me get that to focus a bit more. As you can see there it says Intel over there, so the I means for Intel. That means it'll only work with Intel CPUs. If you want to go AMD, you gotta go for the Cryorig M9a. So that's an entirely different cooler. Well, same cooler, but the mounting system is different. So just keep in mind A and I. I have an Intel 1150 socket, so I'll be using this on that. This was $19.99, basically $20, brand new from Newegg, and I'll be unboxing it today. So this is one of the cheaper coolers. Cryorig, I think they're a company that started in 2013, but they became real popular real quick for their price to performance ratios. And for $20, I've heard so much good about this. The reviews were really good, and people were comparing it to something like the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo, which is a bigger cooler, but people were comparing it to that. So let's see how that goes. The Hyper 212 Evo is a 120mm fan, but this is a 92mm fan, so it's kind of unconventional because it's usually 80, 120, 140, 60, stuff like that, but this is 92mm. It has to do with the RAM clearance. They claim that it has zero interference with any type of RAM. So if you have a really big RAM like a Corsair Dominator or something like that, it still won't interfere with the RAM at all. So that's why it's a kind of an odd in between 92mm. So those are the specifications. You can pause it and read it. I'm sorry about the bad lighting. My setup isn't really good, my camera setup. It's just an iPod on a tripod. So those are the specifications. You can go read them. 1150, 1155, 1156, 1151 sockets supported. That's the LG 1150 series. Extreme efficiency, fine-tuning, cooling capacity, zero interference. Installation in under 4 minutes. The front of the box. Top of the box has Cryorig branding. Research, idea, gear. Bottom. And yeah, that's, I guess, that for the box. Oh, M9 on the side. So let's get into the box. Just bring that in closer. Okay. Also, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I do a lot of unboxings and reviews and stuff on usually lower end, cheaper products like this. For budget gamers, so please check that out if you want to see more content from me. Just subscribe. So we have a small bag. Inside that is the installation manual and a product registration card. That's strange. You usually put your serial number, but that's actually really nice that they include a separate card for product installation. It kind of feels premium actually. You usually get stuff like that in really premium stuff like water coolers and the Cooler Masters, like higher end coolers and stuff. But that's a nice touch. So let's keep that to a side. Keep the box to a side. And at the back of this was stuck to it was the back plate. So we got Intel written there, as you can see. Cryorig branding. And here's another thing that people were praising Cryorig for: a full-size tube of thermal paste. I'm not talking what Cooler Master gives you, not that really tiny tube. This is a full-size tube. Let me compare it to my other full-size tube of here I have my usual, that is Deepcool Z5. I bought this separately from Newegg. As you can see, they are exactly the same size. So you get a full-size tube of thermal paste on a budget cooler. So big thumbs up to Cryorig for that. Like, this will last you a year easily. But most probably, if you're buying a budget cooler, means you can't really afford so many computers and stuff. So you'll only use this one. But that's really great. Thumbs up to Cryorig for that. Then we got some sort of screws. I think these are spacers of some sort, or just caps like things. What are these? Oh yeah, extra mounting brackets if you want to put another fan, because only one fan is included. Big extension screws like things just to go into the backplate. And now let's have a look at the unit itself. Keep everything aside. So we have the cooler here. Very nice braided cable. And then nice, but for comparison, see, they've included a braided cable as well. But the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo, which is $10 more than the Cryorig, does not have a braided cable. So for comparison, Cryorig has given us a lot for just $20. This is $29. So the thermal paste and the braided cable. You don't get thermal paste in the Cooler Master. Well, you do, but you get a tiny tube. So again, thumbs up to Cryorig for including a braided cable. We have a 4-pin plug that is power, plus and minus, control, and I think proportional control. I'm not really sure, but it is a 4-pin, as you can see there. It's a 4-pin. That is it, I guess, for this thing. And we got 3 heat pipes, which is nice. Sort of unconventional mounting system, but I guess this all goes into what their claim says of zero interference. So that, I guess that's their mounting system for zero interference. We got a plate covering the top like that, so that you don't see just a piece of steel like this. Like, okay, this has the Cooler Master branding, and I like that look. I've been using it for a long time. I like that look, but this, personally, I think the Cryorig looks better. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. It's a personal preference. And for certain Cryorig higher end coolers, they have adjustable ones. You can take this out and replace whatever color you want. You can buy the separate colors, but this one doesn't have that feature, unfortunately. But yeah, that's an option. I mean, if you can get the schematic for this, and if you have a 3D printer, you can go right ahead and print that. So you can probably email them and ask, "Yay, listen, I want to print out a separate color for this. Could you send me a schematic for SolidWorks or AutoCAD?" And they'll probably send it to you. And I've heard that their customer service is really good. So Cryorig fan, 92mm, a small spring-like-ish mounting system, and yeah, that's it for this video. So as a recap, you get your manual, your registration card, a full-size tube of cryo paste, that's what they call it, backplate, bunch of screws, extra mounting brackets for another fan if you want a pulling fan, and some spacers, screws-ish like things, I don't know, and the braided cable and so on, and some thingamajig silicone. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I have reviews and unboxings of so many products, things like cases and different case fans, motherboards. I just do unboxings of usually older and budget products. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can go check out my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Thumbs up.